Hello, welcome back. I'm Tanya from Tanya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you doing today? Today is day 5, video 5 of the Here Comes Summer soaps. And are you enjoying them? Are you liking any? Is there any that has caught your eye? Well, here's another one for you. We will chit chat at the end of this video. So let's roll that beautiful soap footage and check out soap number 5. And now to our soap is called Tropical Vacation. You have to have a soap called Tropical Vacation in your summer line, don't you? Kind of like you just have to have a watermelon. Oh, you do. You just do. Oh, but so there's nothing special in this lye water because when I was making the soaps and making the lye water, I totally forgot to add the coconut milk that I wanted to add in all of them. If you haven't seen it, it is on the short list. So when you go to my homepage for YouTube, it'll across the middle there, it says home, videos, shorts. Then you can specifically choose, one or the other. And then if you go into the shorts, it's one of the last ones uploaded if you want to see how to make coconut milk yourself. So this fragrance oil is actually called Tropical Vacation by Wholesale Supplies Plus. I have bought it before. It hasn't changed too much. I was really a little ticked off at Wholesale Supplies Plus because the fragrance oils I ordered with this set, with that one, there was like 4 or 5. And out of the 4 or 5, there were 4 of them that were short on oil. And they weren't even filled up to the top. And I'm like, if you're going by weight, you go by weight. If you go by volume, you go by volume. There's no wishy-washy here. Pick one or the other. So that was a little disappointing. But, yeah, there it is. Okay, continuing on without my complaints. Here are my colors. They are Tequila Sunrise is the orange from Mad Micas. The light blue is Blue Tide from Mad Micas. And the dark blue is Indigo Girls from Mad Micas. Because we have a Mad Micas lineup today. It's fine, right? Sometimes you mix them up. Sometimes you have all the same company. It's okay. And then to boost this, the colors, just some titanium dioxide in the plain. Now, they were all the same amount of batter in each, okay? A fourth, a fourth, a fourth, a fourth. Equal amounts. And what are we going to do with this? Well, what do you think we're going to do with this? You saw the soap. What do you think we're going to do? We're going to do some sort of drop swirl. But you're going to have to watch because I think this is the one. I really thought it was the lemon lime, but it wasn't. That I did something different. It's this one that I did something different with the drop swirl. So we're doing a skinny drop swirl. And see the orange? Yeah. It's going side to side. It's going perpendicular to the blues and the whites. I don't know. It might have actually turned out more prominent or, like visible if I had cut this on a different plane. But I thought it was just something different. It was the orange, it's wasn't with the blues or the whites. It was the orange. And after I did that with the lemon just the one time, I was like, oh, maybe what would happen, if I do this instead. Now, another question, what do you think of these colors? the tequila sunrise is the orange. The blue tide, I've used those before in soap. Those are my fuzzy winter colors. But I wanted it tropical, so I wanted the white to give it a bit of a push. And the indigo girls, I don't know. It's kind of like, a tropical storm color, I kind of think of. I've never been in the tropics. I've just seen pictures. And usually, if I hear tropical storm, it's some hurricane that's coming to the coast, and they usually show you more of the map and the rotation, and the weather guy standing there getting, blown away. Never show you the clouds or the rotation of the clouds like they do up here. We say, look at this cloud or look at this wall cloud. So if you're wondering about the colors, that's kind of where they came from. Pretty cool. I love the swirls. To the cut, it's a nice, solid, shiny bar. Woohoo! Yeah, pretty. I like it. I like it a lot. And what does the inside look like? Swirlage. Oh, that one's crazy. Yeah. That one looks like a butterfly, doesn't it? Kind of, in a way, sort of. Yeah. But the orange, so let's, we're going to have to try and notice the orange. It's not the big, heavy drop swirls of the blues and the white. It isn't, okay? We'll look at that a little bit closely. But, I gotta fix the bars. I'm becoming so technical, geez. But, okay, so let's check out the orange. The orange is kind of like in there, but it's not in there. There are no heavy, big drops. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Like that one has that big blue drop. That one has a big white drop. There's no specific heavy drops of the orange, which I thought was kind of interesting. It kind of floated in the background of everything, just a different look. That one kind of does look like it has a little bit more orange as a drop. Yeah, that one does too. Or it's just filled up more in the background. Yeah. Yeah, that's so cool. I just love it. It does kind of look like a whimsical butterfly. Here are the fragrance notes for these cute tropical bars. Here are the bars when I first cut them. And here are the bars when they are totally cured. How was that for you? We only have one soap left. Can't believe it. But how is your summer going? We have been, of course, busy, very busy. Did I tell you the story about the baby chicks? My son and his cousin, I blame his cousin because he's the one who informed him. One of the stores in town was getting their new shipment of baby chicks, so they needed rid of the old baby chicks. So, yes, my son got a slamming deal on baby chicks. Like 150 some baby chicks. All assortments, all different styles. I'll show you some pictures here as we go. And because they built this pen that was so small, and some other things that they didn't do and should have done differently, I think we were down to like 140 just because they were getting smooshed. So then my youngest son built a bigger pen in the chicken coop with the rabbits, so 150 baby chicks plus in their own section, plus the rabbits, plus the chickens that are already in there. And they've just been living their best life. Except if I was to build this, I would have made it so that where the door opens, that foot of space from the floor to the opening of the door, I would have left that like a block there, because I've watched my grandson go in there and try and get his way in to grab their waterer and their feeders, and he's gonna step on something. Like, there's not a lot of room, and they just, they're all over, crazy. Yeah, so that was that thing. We still haven't got any ducks or geese. I'm not even going into that. We had a week of, not a week, they were prepping for things, but we had a full day of working cows, and then a full day, well, half a day, fourth of a day, a day of working baby calves. And then my oldest son, I think they used four-wheelers and horses, maybe just horses and a couple vehicles, but they moved them down the road and over to a pasture, and then my other son was hauling them to another pasture, and he's like, it's gonna be really weird not having the cows here, You still gotta check them every day. Like, what? No, you gotta go check fence, you gotta check the cows, you gotta make sure that the ones that didn't calved and who they belong to and tag. It's still a daily thing, until you go on vacation. That way you have everything is solid, and they know, everything's, good. You've gotten all the kinks and loose wire and everything else out. And then you just, that way when you go on vacation, you feel pretty confident. Well, he didn't agree with me till the next day when we got a call from the neighbor and they were all out. I think he found one like 4 miles away. She just insisted she was missing her baby calf, which there was a mix-up, and so I'm not sure how it ended up, but I think one of the cows and one of the calves were in different pastures, and that was a whole boatload of stuff. I don't know what was going on. They were like in and out so fast, getting things and driving this vehicle and changing this vehicle and hooking onto the trailer. I don't even know what happened. 3 things to take with you today. Dream big, be true to you, and you are worth it. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by. I will see you next time, and God bless.